Hey, good evening everybody. My name is Osa and tonight we are on Farm Sim 19 on the Altstream Farm. And we're continuing with our harvest. Got a pile of sunflowers to harvest. I think what we'll do, we'll head up to the top. Hello. Oh, we might have weeds to do as well. So, you can get on with that. I have, well, very close-up shot of the back of the tractor. I have some straw to collect. Straw? Yeah, straw. Yep. So this is kind of looking bad because I think we have a rather large weed outbreak on all of our fields. And we're going to need to do something about that in between all the other tasks we've got to do ongoing. So, hey Jeremy, how you doing? And if we do have weeds everywhere, that's going to delay purchase of new equipment. Well, not that we have any old equipment, but the equipment we do have, I would like to expand what's available, but I don't think we're going to get that choice right this minute. So since the traffic just heads north here, I'll do alternating, semi-alternating rows. And go with the traffic flow so we don't get anybody's way. Kids are sleeping and behaving themselves, but tonight we tried a new experiment. Send them to bed at different times. So there's no talking because one of them's all by themselves and then they're tired and then they fall asleep. Well, it worked for the first night, so we're going to try that trick tomorrow. Maybe we'll be able to keep our sanity for a little bit longer. Kind of slotting between the traffic quite nicely here. That's the 4-row. So we'll do that one. Still wish we had access to the one-wheeled Pottinger collection wagon. It was only a single axle, so it was a little bit more small field friendly. We haven't adopted yet. We're in the process. So currently, I mean, we've been foster parents now for getting on for 4 years, I think. Although we spent over a year and then over a second year with the 3 that come and visit, and we're over on the last weekend. This time we decided to put in for adoption, and the kids we now have are available. Obviously, hi Hale. Initially we had to go through what is it? They had to clear anybody else in the family. Now obviously members of the family who've already looked after them and had them taken away due to mistreatment are out of the running. But they did have an aunt and uncle that lived in Ohio that expressed a desire to take the kids. But they had a deadline to meet and they missed it. So we're currently the only ones in the running. Now what now there has to happen is Child Protective Services has to go through the court motions of basically saying, yeah, we've tried to find a family member to take them, that's not going to happen, and my wife and I are available, and then that has to get approved by the courts, and once they're assigned to us as adoptees, then there's still 6 months of monitoring by CPS that has to go through before the whole thing gets cleared and we can say yes, okay, now we can legally adopt them. So because the court cases haven't come up yet, we're still in kind of a probationary pre-adoption state. Nothing is going to happen for a few months now. And I think part of the way, or actually one of the nice things about it is we'll be able to get the 4-year-old into the preschool that our other foster child went through, and that's usually reserved for low income families and wards of court. And because we can't finalise adoption until potentially the end of this year, possibly into next year, she'll be classed as a ward of court when it's sort of final sign-up time for the preschool. So that'll actually be a nice deal because we know the teachers. We dealt with them for an entire year. So that'll be someone at least we're familiar with. Okay, how's that? Should probably take the tipper up to the field with the sunflowers on, so I can empty the harvester as and when needed. Then we'll run down to the store and we're going to have to buy ourselves a thing. A Weber thing. Probably get the cheap one. Okay. Oop. Nearly hit the wall. I'll have to find a gap. Find a gap to drive through. That one there will do. Drop that there. Jump into that. Oh, we're going to get the entirety of that field done before we need to worry about emptying the harvester. So no big deal there. Let's go shopping. This map is getting very Daggerwin-esque. Trip to the store every week. Lawfolds I can go for weeks without visiting the store because I've got so much stuff on hand. Starting out farms, you find yourself visiting every couple of days as sort of, oh, we need something. Obviously, once we've got all the equipment we need to operate the farm, it then becomes an optional thing. Okay, what do we want today? Weeders. Weeder. That one there. So I could afford that one. That one's smaller and doubles up as a grass, oilseed radish and canola planter. And it needs a weight, 650. I think I've got a weight. Oh, I've got a 1600 weight, yeah. So, no big deal there. Let's buy one of those. Back, thank you. I don't think I need any. I watch Daggerwin. I don't watch all of his series, but I watch some, some of them that take my interest. Actually, I should probably swing by the gas station on the way home. And he plays a lot of European farms, which is kind of where my interest lies. So, it's something I can watch while I'm doing other stuff. Ooh, that makes the front end really light. I mean, it's like I watch some of Farmer Klein's stuff as well, but not all of it. And I think we'll go this way. Most of the others I kind of watch as and when I notice them. I don't get time to watch everything. Okay. mean, before I started streaming, I'd watch Daggerway and Arthur and play Farm Sim while I was watching them. But now that I stream, there's not as much time in the day to watch everybody. I usually catch the Daily Jingles episode, although that's more World of Tanks, World of Warships than it is Farm Sim. Farm Sim is not really his style. And here we are. So we'll fill this up. Not a bad price. Oh. Too much turning. So, nothing happening in that front field. We can go up to this one. We need to get all of these done as quickly as possible. Check just to make sure. So yes, 7, 4, 3 and 1. It's actually not too bad. I need to plough this one. I think I need to lime it as well. Yep. So we need to lime and plough that one. I've got to lime and plough this one. We've got to plant that one. So let's get on with the weeding things. I think I need to lift that. Go back along the edge again. There we go. I mean, one of the nice things about Daggerwin's videos is it's a usable sort of mod review. He doesn't do that many mods, but you get a chance to experience the mods he's using and see what's good and what's not. Kind of the same with Arthur as well. Too far over again. In that they will play with mods, but Arthur's very particular about which mods he uses. But a lot of mod reviews, it's just sort of, well, here's this, it does this, it does this, it does this, thank you very much, you can get it from here. And that's not always a good indication of how good the mod actually is. It's not until you start playing with it that you discover, oh, this doesn't fit what I need it to do. And I'm trying to be a little bit careful with which mods I do end up downloading, because I ended up with a vast array of mods for Farm Sim 17, and to be fair, I didn't use most of them. There's the general quality of life mods like, you know, I've got currently running, I've got the vehicle inspector, I've got the clock at the top right, which are the sort of things I like to have available. And then most of the rest of the mods are either building, you know, placeables or equipment. But it's equipment that I feel is lacking elsewhere, or that I might get to enjoy playing with. So for example, I've got the Valtra tractor set from FSUK, and what the guy did was he took the in-game Valtra tractors, all 4 of them, but he mapped them out to the sort of Valtra sales brochure, if you like. So he's increased the number of engine options, and he's decreased the amount of colours available. You can only paint your tractors in actual Valtra colours, factory colours, which kind of makes them a little bit more effective. But also the engine options means that I could get a Valtra T with a very small engine, smaller than the fully kitted out Valtra N, which is basically a medium tractor with a smaller engine, and it costs less than the in-game Valtra T base model, because the engine's smaller than the in-game version. Some of the larger Valtras have bigger engines available. I think the A has a bigger engine than the in-game one as well. I kind of like that. I got the what's it? Smetty's Class Axion 900 series tractor, which has featured quite heavily in Lawfolds. But I do like that tractor, but it doesn't fit on this farm. But eventually I will probably play a farm which it fits quite well with. How am I doing with this? I am doing... that's the problem. This is quite a narrow weeder, so I'm struggling with operating width. Now, I'm not sure that Smetty's going to do the Axion 800, which is a 200 horsepower tractor, and would be a better fit for me. I mean, on this farm even, 200 horsepower tractor is about the limit to what's practical. But since Giants have kind of hinted that Class is going to become an in-game manufacturer or licensed manufacturer, he's kind of moving off from producing the Class tractors, because he did that because I presume he likes them, and he's now looking at other stuff. He's looking at a couple of tractors that are in the sort of pre-2001 era, which will be nice, and he does a good job with those. He's also, I think, before they announced the potential inclusion of Claas in Farm Sim 19, he did work on the Claas front loader. I can't remember what it's called, but I think that's nearing completion. So hopefully Giants do introduce Claas, and then we will have access to a better range of Claas tractors. I know there's another development unit that's bought out, the Claas Arian 400, I think. Now I don't know the quality of their work, but the Arian is definitely on the small side. It's about 125 horsepower tops, if memory serves, which is smaller than this Massey Ferguson. So, yeah, would make a good yard tractor and sort of light field work. Okay, let's see where we missed. I missed a bit there, and I missed a bit just up ahead. Sorry. So possibly somewhere around here. Should we have a look? Yeah, we're on it.